So essential oils, they are a big part. You've heard a lot about them, okay? But you have to know how to use them safely. Just because they smell wonderful and you've heard all these wonderful things about them, they can be dangerous if you say on infants, certain age groups, if they're not diluted, if they're put on what they call neat. You have to make sure you're using them properly. So be sure when you're looking into using essential oils that you're doing it properly, because you could really harm yourself. You can burn yourself. And of course, that would negate any of the benefits you would get from it. Yes?
So this is a loaded question that you can't answer tonight because we'd be here
Okay.
forever. But I'm just wondering, like, we have essential oils, but we don't know what we're doing with them, right?
Right.
So, like, is there a place to go to learn more about how to, without going through the mass marketing route, you know, to just learn how
I don't know
to,
of an actual place,
or a
but
website or a something.
I do know that the essential oils that we receive here, you know, we do have, like you know, we do have a policy here in office, no multi-level marketing things here. I personally love, though, you know, some of the products from those companies.
Okay.
You know, I think they are high quality. It's just that I don't want to build another business. I'm building this one. That's more or less the way we work. So Floricopia has online classes that you can take, and they're really in-depth. You can go as in-depth as you want to. You can start with, that's called Floricopia, and they're really good. You just go to their website, and there's several different things that you can look up there. Again, I do have a link on here that can give you some, you know, things that you can look at to get you started on that. You know, and there are several people that can help you along the way with that too. You can buy books, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. A general rule of thumb is if it's something that you would eat, then, like, you know, say clove, you would put that in cooking, then would be safe to ingest. Now, not meat, you want to dilute that, but when people do something like ingest tea tree oil or something, that's not something that you would ever
Right.
eat. So that's kind of a pretty good rule of thumb there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so fever. This is a big one, guys, because really fever, it's not your body doing something it's not supposed to do. Fever is extremely important in the healing process. So I'm just gonna, especially parents here, I know everybody flips out over fever. My daughter had 104.5 fever. I did not give her a fever reducer, because I knew her body was going through something that it needed to go through. Yes, did I strip her clothes down to her diaper? Absolutely, she was 2 when this happened. Strip her clothes down to her diaper. I put a lukewarm cloth over her body, cuddled her, nursed her, you know, things like that. You know, I made sure that, you know, she was getting all the fluids, that she made sure she was drinking, either nursing or drinking water. And there's several different things. There's 2 things that I used that were really, really excellent. On here, there's homeopathics on here that I think are really important, but the one that I really love is called Belladonna. It is excellent for fevers. It's not going to cut a fever, meaning if you've got, you know, 103 fever, you're not going to go down to 98.6. It's going to maybe bring it down to maybe 101, 100, a more tolerable fever, to where you feel a little bit better. You know, you're not feeling great. It kind of takes the edge off of it. So one of the main things about fever is you want to, especially with children, because as adults, we're going to feel horrible if we're at 100. That's just the way our bodies work. Children can actually be playing and having a good time with 104 fever, believe it or not, because their bodies tolerates fevers much better. It's part of the immune response. It's part of that working out of the immune system that it needs to get stronger. So with fevers, watch your child. If you feel the need to take their temperature, especially with school, you know, they require that, you know, certain temperatures, but take their temperature. But if they're just kind of hanging out, you know, if they're not like, you know, falling on the floor listless, their limp body, ashen face, don't do anything. Don't worry about it. Get them in the bathtub, a lukewarm bathtub or something, you know, so they can play, whatever. But if their demeanor is such that they're okay, leave it alone. Now, Dr. Sears, you've probably heard of him before, right? He's like a pediatrician to the stars. He's all over everything, right? He has some really good guidelines in here that will kind of ease your mind, not only for yourself, but also for kids. Adults feel horrible with fevers. Horrible. It could be 100 and you will feel horrible. That's just the way it works. Do what you can so you don't feel like you have to do something about it, because when you do, you lower the temperature of your body, and what happens? The virus, the bacteria, whatever it is, that pathogen that's invading your body is going to get the upper hand and it's going to proliferate. That heat kills it. It creates an environment that it can't proliferate. Does that make sense? So you're just prolonging your stress.
So should you not do like some consulted peppermint to cool down?
That's fine.
Is that okay?
That's fine. Those things, what we're talking about is fever reducers. Things that are designed to manipulate the body into lowering the temperature. The only time the temperature will actually get out of control into certain situations. Barbiturate overdose, stroke, like heat stroke. So now heat stroke is really serious. Your temperature can get to the point where it can boil your brain. I think meningitis is also one too. There's 3 things. So meningitis, you can test for that. Just going like this with your head or doing that with your child or whatnot, lightning down the back, get to the hospital. Simple, right? Barbiturate overdose, well, I hope none of you guys are going to be doing a barbiturate overdose anytime soon. But that can raise the temperature to it. It bypasses the hypothalamus. Then heat stroke is one that you definitely need to call 911 for, because it can raise that temperature.